So in today's video, we're going to talk about the obvious. This time is different. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new, subscribe, bell button, leave a like, hit the bell notification as well. It majorly helps. Now, as you know, I'm realistic. I say what I think. I upset a lot of people, sorry. But at the same time though, I like to go against the grain of everyone else. In this video, we're going to talk about why I think a bear market will happen. I don't think it's going to happen yet, but people are talking that it's never going to happen. A lot of people are saying this time is different. Literally on every single time, like I do a video or a tweet, you've probably noticed it. People will say this time is different because of adoption, this and the other, all kinds of bollocks. It's rubbish. I'm not even going to beat around the bush here. What people are saying is absolute nonsense. Even if there is adoption, even if there is growth in the market sentiment can still affect price. You've got to think here, right? And this is where the grain of this video is going to come from. Institutional investors are not going to be happy if their asset falls 10%, 20%, or at the worst case scenario, 25, 30%. They will shit themselves. Trust me, they will. When you look at the stock market and the other traditional markets of trading and stuff like that, property, whatever it may be, big money is usually utilized because it is safer. In cryptocurrency, in a bull market, yeah, great, they'll make loads of money. But also you've got to think logic here. Very, very logic. If an institution that's got, say, a couple of billion in the pot and they want to utilize that, fair enough, they may want to use it as a hedge against inflation, but they'll also shit themselves when they realize that, oh my God, I've just bought Ethereum. Ethereum's now gone down 87% again. Well, that is going to be an issue. Now, when I go onto the screen, we'll talk about a few things in terms of how the market has grown over time, but we're going to also look at the traditional market to show you that bear markets happen no matter what. So this is what you want to get in your head. If people are telling you, and I'm being deadly serious here, if influencers, and I've already tweeted this, are like brand new in the game and they've never experienced a bear market, unfollow them. In fact, just block them because they don't have the experience and the capacity to understand it. If they're telling you, and I mean this, telling you that this time is different, it's going to keep going up, they have no idea how a market works. I've been here for a while. You've probably noticed this. I'd like to look at traditional markets. I like to look at learning from those as well because market cycles are the most important thing. I've openly said I don't think market cycles are even a thing yet in crypto. It's all sentiment and people based. It's too new. We don't have enough data yet. We cannot use 2-3 boom and bust cycles to forecast what future cycles are going to be. It's too new. It's far too new. And when you've got new altcoins that have just been given birth over the last 6 to 12 months, you cannot put that into words how new that is. So we need to look at this with a really, really keen eye. And what I will say is now, if new people are telling you what to do on TikTok or whatever these influencers are doing, look at what happens in a bear market and see where they go. They will vanish. Like last time, a lot of people ended up in, the courts because they were shilling stuff and the SEC arrested them. Oopsie. There was a lot of people that just vanished off the face of the earth. I don't even know where they are now. They've gone. Makes you wonder, right? So we're going to look on the screen. We're going to talk about a few things and let's add a bit of bones to this. So I'm back on CoinMarketCap as always, right? So as I've said before, right? Markets go up and down. No matter what market you're in, they will go up and down. And this is where it gets interesting. So even looking at Ethereum, I mentioned this in a previous video not too long ago, things change drastically. When we start looking at year to date, yeah, solid. But all time, what if we do go up higher? What if, let's just say we go to 10k. What about if you bought 8k? Great, I'm making money. It's went up loads of money. But what if it just dumps and goes back down to like 1k? This is where my problems are with the world of influencers, and I've already had a pop at them on socials this morning. The greed mentality of people saying, what if there's no bear market? Think long term. Think this market's never going to go down again. It will, because it happened last time, and it happened the previous time, and it happened the time before that as well. It happened in the stock market too. Now, this is where it gets interesting. The learning curve is too big, in my opinion. Even if you've got 6 months in the market, the learning curve is still huge. Myself running an educational company, I understand how this works because I've seen people go through the whole emotion of it. People want to learn, they start to trade, they get on leverage, they lose, they vanish. Same with investing. They will invest, they'll buy low, they won't take profit, they'll wonder why they've lost money, and then the cycle repeats again. You've got to understand the basics and the core fundamentals of a market to understand how to win at a market. There's always going to be a loser, there's always going to be a winner. Funny enough, you can become a winner if you just listen and take notice of what's happening in front of you. The noise in front of you will kill you. Simple as that, because the amount of YouTube videos you'll see, and I'll go over YouTube videos in a second as a bit of a giggle, you will find that people will try and channel it in a greed because they're trying to pump it on you because of either A, being paid for it, or they're holding it themselves. At the end of the day, I myself talk about the coins that I hold. I will give you a measured approach of how I think it's going to do, and this is how I'm going to act. It's up to you then. You can either decide if you want to be on that journey with me, or ultimately you're going to make your own journey. Some people make their own journey, which is what I kind of encourage anyways, because you should do your own research and stuff. Anyways, let's talk about the historic time charts. I've already been on here before, and anyone can understand the market from a data point of view. Now, let's just say 1st of February 2015, right? Look at the price of Bitcoin here, okay? Mental when you think what the number 2 coin was. Mental to think that there wasn't many, there was hardly any coins back in those days versus now. How many of these coins are actually still alive? None, hardly any, right? You go forward to 5th of March 2017, price has gone up quite a lot. The top 10 has totally changed. The markets in crypto evolve massively. This is why I need to explain to you that this time is not different. It is the same as every other time. Things will evolve. In a market, they evolve, especially in an adoption growing market. Ethereum, right? And I've used it as an example. What if Ethereum doesn't work in 5 years' time? Will it still be the number 2 crypto? Probably not. Because fundamentally it doesn't work. We know that. They need to fix it. They need to solve that problem, the gas fees. All these new people coming to the market do not want to use Ethereum right now. They're looking at using the Binance Smart Chain, they're looking at Polygon, they're looking at other layer 2 solutions as well. Then you've got other situations such as other layer 1 blockchains that are, growing in value. Near Protocol, One Harmony, for example. Just there's 2 there. Elrond as another example. Multivac, another one that's up and coming. There's loads of them out there, but it all depends on growth, and that growth is going to get bigger. Now, when you look at 2017 here, March to January to 2018, January 2018, going back from the previous point in March 2017. Look at the state of the market. Went absolutely parabolic. It went turbo, and even then, you're looking at the top 10. A lot has changed. A lot has changed in that time frame. When you look at what's happened in the last year, if we go to the 1st of March 2020, when everyone was like panicking, and this was a bit of an interesting one. A week later, if I go to the next week here. There you go. Markets absolutely rotted within them. Look at that. Look at those. Look at that. Now, this is what I want to highlight. This time is different, right? Those will happen. When this market has had a blow off, you will see, I can bet my bottom dollar on it, you will see results like that, because it will hit a top and it will just go poof, pop. And that will be the problem. And people will be screaming to you, buy the dip, buy it, buy it. No, don't buy that dip. If the market has already gone up 50, 100, 200x in terms of altcoins for certain ones, which will happen and already is happening right now, they're already on that journey. You don't want to be buying that dip because it's probably already gone. Just chill out, relax. So let's look at a few things in terms of markets and understanding of a market. Go to the monthly chart on Amazon. You've probably noticed that it's bullish as hell, right? But there is some winters in here, and that's the thing. Stock market is always different. Now, I was watching a clip yesterday, and this was quite an interesting clip. Go to the log scale, here we go. Oh, there we go. So you can see this is the monthly chart, by the way. There's downtrends, uptrends all the way through this, right? There was a video with Jeff Bezos, and I think it was published like quite a long time ago now. But he was talking about the fundamentals of his company. Transactions were growing. Cost per unit was really, really good. It was actually getting lower, so they're actually making more and more profit. staff was increasing, distribution centers increasing, the products that they were getting, acquisitions of building things, etc., was getting better, but the price was going low. This is a thing that happened in crypto over the last few years. Crypto was getting better. It was getting more established. It was getting more mainstream. Transactions per second were increasing every time. The blocks were getting stronger and more, secure, certainly with Bitcoin, stuff like that. But the price was going down. Why? It's because of people. That inner greed is people. When the market is going down, people don't want to get involved. They just don't want to invest because it's going down. It's like, why would I want to buy that? But when it goes to a certain point, it will go high. And it'll go high because new people are buying because it's green. It's going up. So when we look at this, let's look, obviously, that's the dot-com bubble, right? Certain ones survived, certain ones did not. We won't talk about that. But even on here, right, we got this in 2013. Look at that. In terms of the growth of the internet and what was launching in that time, certainly when I was at school, the world was changing. We're at that world changing phase. I think we've got a few more boom and bust cycles in us for us to be fully mainstream and fully utilized as a tradable, as a usable crypto asset, right? Regardless of what one you want to use. Now, this is the thing. Let's have a look at this in terms of date and time. Obviously, monthly time frame. That was 1,000 days. 1,000 days, right? It's a bear market, essentially. Went down 58%. Again, we pulled back up. We created a new high in a much shorter period. But again, we had another bearish turn. And this was, again, it went down 67%, 400 days. And then there was a little one here, little one here, little one here, little one here. But it's still going up in an uptrend. This is what Bitcoin looks like. You can say the exact same thing for Apple, right? Let's be honest here. Bit more further data, but again, dot-com bubble, another previous level, which is obviously the economy crash. But you can see here, look how Apple grew, whereas Amazon did not. Everything will change in a certain way. But even still, you have these little winters, which is what I think is going to catch people out. Crypto will not be immune to them. We've already had an 80% drop off in certain altcoins in this year alone, and they've not recovered some of them. So this is why you need to be careful. Don't fall into the narrative that this time is different, because it really, really is not. Let's be honest here, and that's where the problems lie. Again, let's look at Google. Relatively newer versus the other ones, but again, similar sort of element. A winter. That's like a 7-month winter. That's like a 6-month winter. That's quite a big drop off. That's quite a big drop off, but it's still in an uptrend. However, you don't, this is why you always say zoom out. But this is why you should always take profits and always secure the bag and move the bag and rotate the bag. Because if you buy and hold, you're going to commit to basically being broke at some point. Because if that market value does plummet, and let's be honest here, this is crypto, a 50%, 60%, 70% correction is quite likely because it likes it. It likes to rattle a few feathers. But don't be caught up in that, because that learning curve, if you buy now, like let's be honest here, it's nearly November. If in January time we have a massive, massive run, a Santa rally, and you're new in the space, you're getting really excited, like, oh cool, and one of those weeks happen, you're not going to escape it. And the same with an institution. If an institution does it, they're going to just pull the liquidity out, and that's it. Sentiment changes massively. Snowball. Oops. Now let's look at what is happening with the inner greed cycle. Now, here we go. You just put in cryptocurrency very, very simply in YouTube. That's all you need to do. And I'll make it bigger. There you go. So regardless of what you want to do here, it's up to you. Now, this is what I do every week. I like to look to see what's on YouTube. Let's see what's happening, see what people talk about. I like to go against other people. You probably noticed that. Now, when we start looking through, you'll see how some videos are good. This one's a really, really good video. Some videos are not so good, right? You've got to pick out the ones. Now, when you start looking at who is doing the videos, let's look at Alex Becker's here, right? Let's be honest. He's an Amazon FBA seller. Doesn't really probably care too much about what's going to happen in a bear market. You probably won't see him again. That's the sort of person I'm obviously talking about. It's true. You had it in 2017 where all these people came over, started talking about it, and then once it just went, all right, where's he gone? Doug Polk, for example, give you a good point. Now, this is another thing as well. Thumbnails like this, utilizing big influencers like BitBoy to try and get more views. How to become a Cardano millionaire. Cool. All the thumbnails. These altcoins could 10x in 2 weeks. All right. you know, they don't really care too much regarding what is happening. And this is the element. Look at them. They're all the same. This guy here does all the same type of videos. It's all designed to get you in a greed, motivated and working, and you're going to buy these coins. 6 altcoins set to explode in 2022. Don't get me wrong, I do videos like this, but I also do it with a degree of measure and research, which kind of makes a bit more sense. Let's have a look. This one, moving average, quite a good channel, but he's more into Forex. Now he's crypto. Elio Trades, as you know, probably does very much similar videos every single time. Vet Rally incoming. They're all designed to get you thinking. They're all designed to get you buying. And this is why YouTube traffic is now going up again. This is why... Sorry. This is why people are getting wrecked, because they're new and they don't understand the space. This is why I set up an educational company in 2017. This is why I do the content I do. I hope to help people. But some thumbnails tickle me, as you've probably noticed, but some make me want to puke in that bin over there. I've got a bin, right? This is known as a puking bin. I've not puked in it yet, but I think it will come very, very soon. So yeah, it's irritating, it's annoying. It obviously upsets people when people get wrecked. And I myself get absolutely battered for it. Like, people are taking the piss out of me at the moment because I'm like bashing Zilliqa. I'm not bashing it, I'm just factual. I put a tweet out today explaining why 4 other layer 1 blockchain solutions have gone much higher than Zilliqa. It's factual. The facts are there. The money is there. The market cap has changed. Every coin will do its own journey, but please, please, please do your own research. This time is not different. There will be a bear market. You will be immune to a massive, massive, massive drop. It's how to deal with it. So if you're new to this world, welcome. Check out Learning Crypto if you want to learn from me in terms of educational stuff. If you want to get extra content, go on my Patreon so you get a bit more detail. But this video should hopefully help you. Anyways, before I start coughing again, I'll see you later.